you
And
know?
yeah.
So for me, what I realize is that a lot of the people that are in pain,
Mm.
they try to deflect the attention from their sexuality by attacking those of us that are up and out, living out loud. So I feel sorry for them most of the time, really, because I can't imagine the self imposed prison that they live in, especially in 2021, all over the world with the internet. We all know how hard it is to be
Yeah.
LGBTQIA,
Hmm.
but it's a price you pay for your freedom, and nothing beats that.
It's a price you pay for your freedom. That's,
Yeah.
I knew you were going to drop a lot of gems today. That is another powerful one. The price you pay for your freedom. I think
It is.
that might be,
Everything comes with a price.
yeah, that's true.
Before I moved to America, I would have never ever considered anything like therapy,
Yes.
and I would have never thought of something like depression or like post traumatic stress disorder or anything like that. I would have never taken medication for any of these kind of things. A lot of like really not great things is like how I want to put them
Yeah.
happened in that second boarding school, and they happened when I was really young.
What was it like? It was good. I had to learn to deal with a lot more men that weren't like me. Because when
Hmm.
I was doing, well, I mean, when I was in school before, it was like I was dealing with really diverse men and
Yeah.
open-minded men. And this was very like stereotypical, patriarchal white men, very the stereotype of
Yeah.
a white man in
Mm-hmm.
America, WASP. So it was hard for me because I'm very liberal, I'm very sexually open, I'm very open-minded, and so having these conversations was challenging. It was difficult to find sometimes people to work with.
I always say the reason I love Orlando is because I met my love here. I met him here. So it represents not only a sense of independence, it also represents love and home. Even though I live in Ocoee, which the Ocoee massacre isn't that great or not good at all, but
Hmm.
I bought a house here. I have my husband here. I have my family here, so it definitely has sentimental value to me in being here.
With a lot of things in Nigeria, like for instance, things like depression.
Hmm.
I only heard of the depression when I moved to the UK. The whole time I was in Nigeria, I never knew it existed.
Yeah.
And also things like mental illness.
Oh, yeah.
You have a picture of mental illness as
Hmm.
those mad that walk up and down
On the streets. Yeah.
there's a broad spectrum of mental illness, and there's some that are extreme and some that are just not that. It's just, I think a lot of things with Nigeria is education. A lot of people are not well educated to how things and what things are. And with the whole aggression thing about Nigeria, but what I knew and when I realized how aggressive Nigeria was just being in traffic in Lagos, the way people drive. It's like they don't give space for someone, they don't let people in or out. It's like
Mm.
I feel like the Nigerian mentality is like, if I try to help somebody, they'll take advantage of me.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
While I was in the hospital bed, they chained me on the hospital bed. They chained my hand on the bed. They chained my legs on the bed. I couldn't move my body. I was just like that. And they had three police officers in front of the door watching me with guns, with all the security.
Look at this waste of resources.
It was just too
For
much
what?
for me. I started crying. I was just like crying at the hospital, just like, why do I have to be here? Just, because even in my country, I have never been chained on a hospital bed. I know I
Damn.
experienced homophobes, but I've never been treated this way. And then I was started thinking about, this is not the American dream. This is not what I
Mm.
thought about America. This is not the things that I saw on the TV.